Yeah, I got it. You got the pill? The pill. I got the pill. But what does it do? It's going to end obesity. How does it stop obesity? What about people that are eating cheese and pizza and cakes and hamburgers? How does it stop that? Shut up for a second. Trust me on this. It's going to end obesity for everyone. Nobody is ever going to be fat again. I mean, you can't just say it just does. You need to explain it better, because I said so. Rubbish.
Every single time, you could not wake up in this crazy existence we called life without some kind of website just talking about crazy stuff. Now, to be fair, it's not actually the website. This is just a trial that some scientists did, but I read it and I felt like I needed to talk about it. Yes, my name is Simon Miller. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I would like to discuss this right now. And yeah, it's nothing to do with the website, it's nothing to do with the BBC. They just hosted the story because, there is some interest to it. I mean, I saw the headline, I was like, well, I'm massively intrigued by it. And it says obesity, appetite drug could mark a new era in tackling the condition. Now, I don't want to get into it too much. Basically, there is a drug called, it's got the strangest name ever. It sounds like I just made it up when I read it out to you. It's called semaglutide. Semaglutide. It sounds like something you get in Lord of the Rings. Like, oh no, it's semaglutide. And then he'd steal the ring, and then somebody else would get the ring, and somebody else would get the ring, and somebody else would get the ring, and so on and so forth. That film is just like 4 million hours of people walking towards a big hole. Anyway, going back to the article, it says a drug that suppresses appetite has led to some people losing more than a fifth of their body weight, a major international trial shows. A weekly injection of the drug, Lord of the Rings, was given alongside advice on diet and fitness. The study conducted on almost 2,000 people showed an average 15 kilogram weight loss during the 15-month trial. So you're essentially losing 1 kilogram every single month, which is pretty damn good, all things considered. Now, again, the thing that sparked me into life is, I know that in the trial they mentioned they were giving advice on diet and fitness, but this ties in to this idea that you cannot just give somebody a magic pill and then hope they're going to know what they're going to do, because they're not. It's like sending someone to Russia and teaching them the phrase, please will you help me, right? So you can go up to people and say, look, I need help, I'm in need of assistance, but then they're just gonna, because you don't speak Russian, what's gonna come out of the other person's mouth is gobbledygook, and you're not gonna be able to get to where you want to go, you're not gonna get to the toilet, you're not gonna get to a cash machine, you're not gonna get to the hotel, because you don't know what to say. Because the point is this, Jan from Kent lost 4 stone, equivalent to more than a fifth of her body weight, and said, the drug changed my life and completely altered my approach to food. Now, I'm going to call Jan on that one in just a second, but she said that dieting had made her miserable, but taking the drug was completely different as she was less hungry. So, of course, I'm sure you've already figured this out. This is all about getting rid of those hormones in your body that make you hungry. You're basically switching them off. I presume it's like a nicotine patch for people that smoke. That switches off the craving for nicotine, I think, or it does something along those lines. However, when we fast forward to when Jan, poor Jan, came off the drug, she said it felt effortless losing weight while on the trial because, of course, she wasn't hungry, but now it has gone back to feeling like a constant battle with food. So also like, hang on a minute, this does not sound good. Because before that, it says, now Jan has come off the trial, her appetite has returned, and she is putting the weight back on. Oh, Jan. Now, the reason this has happened, for those of you that haven't figured it out, and I'm sure that you have, is because whatever advice that we did give old Jan, it didn't help. It didn't teach her, and probably she's still being told that you have to eat the same old boring foods that nobody actually wants to eat on a diet, hence why people always give up on diets. Of course they would. If I said, let's play a game, and the game is you have to take a pencil and just hold it on a table for 12 hours, after about 10 minutes, you're like, I don't want to play this game, despite the fact it's called a game. And the first thing your brain thinks of when you hear game is fun and good times and dancing and partying your ass away. But that is not partying your ass away. That's just holding a pencil. You're achieving nothing, and you're not stimulating anything within your body, so you're going to give up, much like you're going to do if somebody tells you, oh, the food you have to eat is chicken, broccoli, rice, chicken, broccoli, rice, chicken, broccoli, rice. Graham cracker. I don't know what that was. Just watched an American show earlier. They said graham cracker, and I wanted to say it. It just becomes a crutch. It becomes a crutch. You're like, I'd rather take the pill, and I'd rather just turn off my hunger. And that's no way you want to live your life, because there is this incredible thing when you actually do educate somebody, where not only can you be on what we call a diet, but you're eating delicious food, you're satiated, you're having a good time, and you're losing weight, and you're getting in the shape that you should so want. I'm not saying that I don't want these things to happen, right? I think it's incredible that we can do this stuff, and there's going to be certain folk out there that need it. They just cannot stick to any kind of diet, no matter what it is, and if this can do it and it keeps them healthy in other areas, then I'm there for it. And I can see it here as Gerald holds my phone very kindly. It says the drug works by hijacking the body's appetite levels and mimicking a hormone called GLP-1 that is released after eating a filling meal. So you could essentially eat, a lettuce leaf, and you could take this pill and your body go, oh, I don't need anything else, and you just eat a bunch of lettuce. Ipso facto, you're certainly going to lose weight. But it's like when people give up carbs. It's exactly the same kind of thing. I'm not saying you can't give up carbs. I'm saying this is a very tried and untested tale is that people give up carbs, and when they decide, oh, I've lost all my weight, now I can reintroduce carbs, the body doesn't know what the hell is going on because it's forgotten how to process carbs, and all of a sudden people pile all this weight back on and they never figure out why, even though it's kind of staring them in the face. It would be the same with this. Imagine you had a pain in your elbow. We're doing a lot of analogies today, a metaphor. Imagine you had a pain in your elbow and like this exists, right? And I give you a pill that gets rid of the pain. You're going to love it. But if then that pill goes away and you're back in pain with your elbow, you're going to go and try and figure it out. And it's the same with hunger. If you've gotten rid of hunger and you've forgotten all about it, but then all of a sudden it comes back, it's probably going to be twice as worse because you will have forgotten about that feeling. Then you're going to feel like you failed. It's a downward slope. We don't need to be doing it, which is why we should never rely on this stuff. And we should be investing more money into teaching people about calories, about proteins, about macros, about how body actually operates when it goes into the body. If you want to go and have a McDonald's, do it. I mean it seriously. But you're going to be far more prepared if you know that most meals in McDonald's are probably going to be upwards of 1,500 calories, if not more. It's a classic Snicker analogy, right? If you go into any PT's website, they talk about the Snicker analogy, which is when instead of going, oh, I really want that Snicker and sort of beating yourself up, you use it as a piece of maths. And you say, okay, well, I can eat this Snickers bar. That's what, 250 calories? I have no idea. But it means that later on, say you're having a 2,000 calorie diet, I'm going to have to take 250 calories somewhere. It's going to have to go. I'm going to have to get rid of it. I'm going to have to minus it. I'm going to have to subtract. I'm going to have to throw it out the window. But we don't. We just think, oh my gosh, amazing. We get this pill and we put it in our mouth. It's just not sustainable long term. It's not. And while I do find these articles fascinating and I appreciate the BBC running it, I truly do. But I mean, you get to this part. There were side effects of the treatment, including nausea, not interested, diarrhea, no thanks, vomiting. Vomiting's the worst thing ever. When was the last time you vomited? It's just, I had an illness a couple of years ago and you start throwing up and you just want to die. You're like, please take me away. And then incredibly constipation. So you have diarrhea and constipation. So you're sat in the toilet going, it's not the way I want to live my life. Dr. Dwayne Meller, I think, sums it up at the end, who's a dietitian from Aston Medical School. It is useful to have a potential option to help people lose weight. However, we need to acknowledge that weight loss will still need lifestyle change and that any medication or change in lifestyle can bring potential risks and side effects. So it's always wise to speak to a health professional before trying to lose weight. So the one thing I would like to get out there in 2021, if something seems too easy, it's going to be too easy. It doesn't mean that it's not going to work for a little bit, but long term, again, sustainability is the key. That's what you need. Consistency, sustainability. And it's not easy. Of course it's not easy. That's why you have overweight people, because they don't want to do it. I don't judge them for that. If it's not their bag, baby, you are going to struggle. But we need to, I don't want to keep going over it. We just need to teach people about this stuff. You know, the classic one, give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, teach him how to fish, and he's probably going to start a fishing company and absolutely smash it in America. And that's what I want for everyone. Hey, you can read the article right now. It's up there on the BBC. It's literally called Obesity. We've talked about that already. There was something else I wanted to put in there. I can't even remember. It just makes me sad. It makes me sad. And I get some people don't like the feeling of hunger. I like the feeling of hunger. I do. I like to know my body's going, I'm hungry right now. And I know when you're dieting like crazy, it can drive you wild. Of course, I can appreciate that. And I understand. But I don't want to turn off that's the equivalent of turning off your emotions. And don't get me wrong. When you break up with someone, you're really sad, or someone dies, you want to turn off your emotions. But I don't think this is the same. So there you go, another rant for another day, and I'll keep doing them every time I see them. I quite enjoy them. I like getting off my chest, and I appreciate you listening. Like the video, share the video, subscribe. There's a bell, ding, ding. You know the deal. Another video right there. Make sure you give it a click. Instagram and Twitter at Simon316. Patreon.com/Simon316. That's how I make all this stuff run, because things cost money. I'm just being honest. Simon.BigCartel.com for merchandise. Buy the Flexes of Tea, the greatest pun of my life. Otherwise, educate yourself, be smart, and I'll see you when you have lost 28 kilograms. Maybe you've already lost it.